Hey everybody. Well, check it. It's Becky. Becky's a cute girl. I'm not understanding how these women getting with these wildebeest. Yep, wildebeest. Well, I hate to say it. They say they're oftentimes warning signs, and it looks like the warning signs were there. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get to it. Fair use. The warning signs were there, but guess what? In true Dusty fashion, they have a lot of anger. And for the women in their lives comes that letter D, death and danger. And that is unfortunately what happened. But he really thought he thought he was going to try to play it off as if, oh my God, she's dead, crying like like a big witch. Check this out, people. Fair use. This is what a Dusty Dan will do.
Wonderful mother, daughter, granddaughter.
What you crying for?
A convicted killer choked back tears today, moments before a judge sentenced him to at least 33 years in prison and up to 100 years, the maximum penalty for murdering his pregnant wife. Richard Gitzlar strangled his wife, Amber, a beloved Kentwood Middle School teacher. Targeted investigator Susan Samples obtained police reports that reveal the nightmare behind closed doors and how Amber herself helped expose her husband's murderous rage.
My wife, she's not breathing. She's not breathing.
What's the address? And how old is your wife?
She's purple.
How old is your wife?
Dead.
Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. Don't hang up.
Richard Gitzlar would later tell police he'd gone to bed that night on a downstairs couch because the couple's bedroom was too hot. But in the middle of the night, he said he awakened to the cries of their baby, whose crib was in the couple's bedroom. When the cries didn't stop, Gitzlar said he went to check on the baby and found his wife, who was pregnant with their third child, dead in the couple's bed.
We are sending a paramedic to help you now, okay? You need to stay on the line. I want you to loosen anything that's around her neck and then tell me if she's breathing. She's not breathing. She's purple. Her eyes are bald. She's dead. Okay, do you think she's beyond help? I do. God.
She was 3 days short of her 33rd birthday, a wife and mom who lived her faith every day. Amber Gitzlar taught English as a second language to middle schoolers in Kentwood, a passion sparked by church mission trips to Guatemala. Those who knew Amber say she put God first, then family, especially her beloved girls, 2.5 and 8 months old, when they lost their mom.
Sir. Are there any kids in the home, or is it just you and her?
Yeah, no, my daughter's right next to us. She's right here.
No, I need you to take her out of the room. Sir, I know. Listen to me a minute. Do you think she did this on purpose, or was it an accident?
Richard told dispatch his wife of 9 years had accidentally strangled herself with a sweatshirt.
Whoa.
She got a sweatshirt around her neck and she's not breathing.
What he told police that night obviously wasn't the truth.
Assistant prosecutor Rachel Wustman said the autopsy made it clear someone had choked Amber to death. She had fresh abrasions, and Richard changing stories, none of which added up, said friends and family, including Amber's sister, who lived with the couple but was gone that night. She later told police Richard only slept on the couch if he and Amber were fighting, and he never woke up in the middle of the night because the meds he took for his mental health issues knocked him out. The meds made him angry too, which is why he took them before bed and why Amber jumped to care for the girls at night.
He said what made him finally wake up and get up was hearing this baby cry. And again, her sister said he never got up with the baby. That just wasn't what he did.
Indeed, friends told police Richard did so little around the house, Amber basically had 3 children, the 2 girls and Richard. One thing he did do, despite Amber's vehement protests, was watch porn, which prompted this angry text exchange a week before the murder. And when Amber's sister asked her what she wanted for birthday, Amber replied, a new husband. 2 days later, she was dead, and police said Westman had a prime suspect.
They said, we've never had this situation before where everyone around these two is saying he did it.
Richard's own father told police there was a 98% chance his son was guilty. Richard's sister thought he flew into one of his rages and could not gain control. And his brother told police as a child, Richard threatened to burn down the house and kill the family pets. Still, despite Richard's violent history, it seems no one saw the murder coming. No one, that is, except for Amber herself.
Wow.
What they ended up finding, though, Amber had written down a couple of things in a notebook pad.
Inside the console of Amber's minivan, 6 loose-leaf papers turned smoking gun. The woman Richard thought he had silenced would in the end be a star witness in her own murder. Amber wrote, I have literally thought to myself, am I safe asleep next to him? Would he ever kill me? She wrote that Richard had beaten her, kicked and punched her, threw a mug, smashed her cell phones, punched a glass shower door, and smashed a counter with a hammer. It's clear, though, this was a secret diary.
What happens behind closed doors, people don't necessarily see, and when they're both able to cover it up pretty well, you don't really see how bad it's getting.
Amber was very strong, very independent. She was very confident.
She was also exceptionally close to her mom, Amy.
Now, here's the thing, and I will put the link there on. Look at him. Now he's up there crying like a little witch. Look at him. He's looking at it like, man, cut it out. Cut it out. But have you noticed with these Dusties, they can become very violent with the women. He gets on the phone, does all the crying. I think she's she put his shirt around her neck. None of this makes any sense. And the sad thing is, she had an inkling he was going to do this. The letters alone, she had an inkling that he may do this. That's why I say quite often, when you deal with these Dusties, you assigned yourself up to a suicide mission. Okay, you're already there. Maybe now the dust is coming out. You see trinkets of it. This fool, his dad said a 98% chance that he did it. When you realize that you can go ahead and stay like too many, they stay too long and end up gone. And that's what happened here. She saw the handwriting on the wall and she's putting it down in her journals. The same thing. People like to keep up appearances. Oh, I have a family. Well, pretty long you're not going to have a family, especially if you're dead and he's in jail. Trying to keep up this facade. Don't want to deal with reality. And now look what happens. Dusty's being drama. They being trauma. The financial implications is too much dust in the nation. Let's continue.
See how bad it's getting.
Amber was very strong, very independent. She was very confident.
She was also exceptionally close to her mom, Amy DeGraff, who never saw any sign of violence nor the danger her daughter faced.
For some reason, she chose to stay in a situation that obviously cost her life. And that is the mystery.
I think Amber did a really good job of covering for him. And probably because the kind of person she was, she was just so loving and caring, and I think a fixer, and she always wanted him to be better and covered for him.
Rachel Westman doesn't know why the violence turned deadly that night. Because the state could not prove premeditation, Gitzlar pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and intentionally assaulting a pregnant person.
Place, did you strangle your wife and kill her?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that was intentional. Was that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And You knew that she was pregnant at the time, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
Outside the courtroom the day of the plea, an incredible show of grace by Amy DeGraff to Richard Gitzlar's father.
I'm sorry, George, that I don't know why that happened. It's senseless. Yeah.
We're all just broken by this. We're just broken by this.
But the DeGraffs are determined to honor Amber and God by helping others.
That is our biggest hope, by speaking out about this and by sharing Amber's story, that if someone is in a relationship like this, that please know it could cost you your life. If you are there in that situation, please, please seek help.
If you notice any red flags in someone else's relationship, the DeGraffs urge you to ask questions, and advocates say you should do that in a low-key, non-judgmental way because domestic violence survivors are often not ready to leave. It's complicated and it requires longer-term planning, but opening that door, even a little, listening to what the survivor needs, and on a broader level, trying to normalize this conversation is a good first step. You'll find resources on your screen right now and inside my story in the Target 8 section of woodtv.com.
So maybe someone needs to write the number down. But I will say this about the mother: she told the truth. She covered for him, and in turn, he killed her. She covered, he killed. The same thing in the BC. Coddling these men, all these dusties. The decisions that we make. When it comes to this dangerous, deadly, diabolical dusties, go ahead, stay too long. You might end up gone. I'm trying to keep my family, my kids. Honey, it won't be a family with kids with you 6 feet under and him in jail. The decision that she made, staying with that dangerous dust bucket. Look at the drama. Look at the trauma. She's a mother of 2 already and had another baby coming. And he knew this. She covered for him. Look at this. I can't even talk to him. He has to control things. Hitting the counter with a hammer. I have literally thought to myself, am I safe asleep next to him? Would he ever kill me? Well, now we know the answer. Yes, he will. Why? Because he already did. He already did. Playing Miss Barbara the Builder. Oh, I'm going to fix it. We're a family. What kind? And for how long? Playing Barbara the Builder. Oh, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to coddle him, get him under control. Remember the story I did on the lady when her husband, they were having a problem. They left I believe her mother-in-law's house. And I think he had an issue with PTSD. And they were going to a facility to get some help. And she's determined, sister girl, I'm going to stay with him. I'm going to stay with him. Really? And he's like, you sure you want to stay with me? She going to stay with her man, stay with her husband. Yeah, she stayed with him. And he murked her, and they found her under the bridge in the grass. Under the bridge. I'm going to coddle. I'm going to protect him. I'm going to cover for him. This girl right here did the very same thing. She covered for Dusty Dan. And now she's asleep in the cemetery land. It makes no sense. You can't, some people are so broken. Are you a psychiatrist? You can't fix them. I'm going to fix them, show them with love. Yeah, and they're going to love you to death. Who didn't get the memo? Yet and still, some women are going to be, I understand being a nurturer, but you got to face reality. I'm going to fix it. A good job of covering, yep. Many do that, a good job of covering until he kills you. As I said before, say it again. If you're in this kind of relationship and you already know that that danger exists, do a selfie. Everybody wants to be seen on the screen. Do a selfie. Let everybody know that you're dealing with a dust bucket. I don't care if it's Dusty Dan, Mr. Wong doing the wrong little hood man. I don't care if it's, oh no, it's a beat hole. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and do a selfie and let everybody know, hey, you're dealing with a deadly Dusty. You are totally cognizant of this and you are okay with it. If it takes your life, hey, go ahead and make it easier on the ones that love you so they won't think that you're a victim. Let them know this is what you chose. Yeah, do a selfie, do a video. Do a video of you. This is what I chose. If it's the death of me, guess what? It's okay, family. Why? This is what I chose. Go ahead and do that selfie. And send it now to everybody you love. Even send it to yourself. Wait 24 hours and then open it up and look at it. And tell me if it makes sense. Because you're basically just signing up for suicide, a suicide mission. It's just a matter of when. You are voluntarily signing up for suicide. You might as well get the cyanide yourself. Instead of a pill or a capsule or liquid, whatever the heck it is, it's just in the form of a man. So yeah, she covered for him, as most women do. And he ended up killing her. How many thought, oh, he might kill me. He might kill me. They go and tell somebody. In this case, she wrote it down. And then you look up. That's exactly what happens. So Dusty Dan. Oh, he's the crying, killing man. She strangled herself with a sweatshirt. Are you really serious? So the signs were there. Women choose to look the other way. Oh, I'm going to show him a lot of love. Yeah, he's going to love you to death. So Dusty Dan, the Murking man, strikes again. Now, a mother of three, his wife, she's dead. Look what his father said about him. 98% chance he's guilty. Now we know. That's what his own father said. So when you don't want to live with reality, you want to go ahead and live in this, fantasy world, a world of miracle, not deal with reality, and you're hanging with the deadly homicidal Dusty, this is what happens to you. You end up on the screen. So maybe someone will get the message. Maybe somebody will wake the hell up and realize, girl, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. So again, Dusty, they're being trauma. Look at the families, look at the hurt. Look at the two young kids having to grow up without their mom or dad. Hence the financial implications. We know the taxpayers got to pay to feed and house Dusty Dan. We're going to even pay for his medical, by the way. Somebody now has to take care of the last two children, let alone the funeral arrangements. Dusty's bring drama. They bring death and trauma. The financial implications is too many deadly Dusties in the nation. Ladies, you got to wake up. We can't always go by what we think we can make happen. It's just best sometimes to deal with things, deal with what is, deal with the real. Not what you want, what may be, deal with reality. It's like taking your money and there's a fireplace. You know darn well if you take your money out of your purse and your credit cards and put it in the fireplace, you know what's going to happen. The same thing with the Dusties. Deal with what's real. More than likely, hey, you may save a life. Hang with a Dusty, you more than likely go night-night. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Sad story. Her woman's intuition was telling her all along that things were about to go wrong and she ignored it, trying to be the fixer. And it didn't end well. So let me know if you guys agree or disagree. I look forward to your comments. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share. And don't forget, guys, also check out the other channel, ATC, about those comments. I will share a link in the description. It is Sunday. Be alert, be aware. Why? You already know it's too much dust out there, and I'm out.